March 6th, if we could start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So first we have attendance,
So noted.
and next we'll do public comment. Just to let the applicants know, you will get time, but if we have anyone from the general public? No? Okay, we'll go ahead and close public comment. So next we have approval of the minutes from February 21st. We've all had a chance to look them over if there's no changes.
So moved.
Motion by Clerk Brooke,
Support.
support by Treasurer Shostak. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All
Aye.
opposed? Next, we have new items. So we have signs at 1926 Telegraph Road for F45.
Hi, I'm Andrea with the Planning Division. I'm here to present the first item on the agenda today is for a property located at 1926 Telegraph Road, located up on here on your screen. That's on North Telegraph, north of Square Lake. On the west side of Telegraph, within this shopping center that also has the, formerly had the Octane Coffee located at the end cap there. So that's the shopping center which we're referring about. This tenant space was previously occupied by a tenant called Pain Free Center that has since vacated the site, and we have a new applicant seeking to occupy this building. It is a health and wellness center. By the name of it is F45, and there's the proposed sign over the proposed tenant space. This property is zoned B3. And the sign that would be permitted based on the square footage of the facade would be a 67 square foot sign. And this applicant is coming in with a 2.9 times 13 and a half square foot sign for a total of 39.15. So they definitely come in under what the permitted size would be for a wall sign. And there's also some information regarding their business, since they're new to the township. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody may have, but the sign does comply and it would not need a variance.
Do we have an applicant here? Do you want to come on up and introduce yourself and add anything?
My name is Kevin. I'm from Fast Signs out of Brighton. This is my first time doing one of these for a sign permit, but kind of cool. Really nothing really to add. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's going to be on a race, so we're just going to kind of bolt it up there with, some non-corrosive type bolts and make sure it's secure to the building, and it's going to look beautiful.
We love compliance. We love compliant signs. Any questions?
No questions.
I'd look for a motion.
So moved
Motion by-
to approve as presented.
Motion by Treasurer Shostak.
Support.
Support by Clerk Brooke. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That passes. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Do I need to stay for anything else? Or
Nope, not unless you have to go downstairs and talk to the building department, you're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unless you want to be enlightened by the awesomeness of the board. Have a great day.
Bye.
Next, we have 2101 Updike Road. We have the Hampton Manor of Bloomfield Hills. Again, we'll start first with Andrea, and then the applicants can come up.
Okay, so we're looking at the site that is now under construction and hopefully getting near to opening their facility. This is a memory care that was approved for 2101 Updike. You can see up here on your screen that highlights the existing zoning, which is actually a residential zoning classification. The applicant, and actually the 2023 aerial, you can actually see the construction of the new building. We have the project manager as well as one of the business owners and property owners that is here with us today. They were approved back in 2019.
19 or 20,
For a ground sign. It did go to the zoning board of appeals because at that time it did not maintain a 25-foot a 15-foot setback. So they were granted a variance for a setback. The reason why they're back before you now is they have changed the name. Originally, the sign that was approved, this is what it looked like. It was the Bloomfield Assisted Memory Care Luxury Residences. And the new sign has some slightly different language and a new name, so we wanted to make sure that you had an opportunity to review this change. In terms of size, it comes in at about 25 square feet. And since we do not allow for signs within the R1 classification because it's residential, so for this use, we don't have sign provisions. But in terms of the average ground sign, which is permitted in the commercial, is 32 square feet. So I think this coming in at 22 square feet is smaller and more toned down. In terms of the design itself, it's going to be in a similar, in the brown type of brick with cast iron letters. This was the previously approved. As well as I do want to point out that at that time, it was approved to have, to be surrounded with some boxwood hedges, as well as a wood chip bed and some annuals. So I just want to make sure that the board understands and the applicant understands that any change to the sign will not negate the responsibility and the approval as it related to the previous landscaping.
So it hasn't been put in since 2019, though? The landscaping that was required of 2019?
Well, because it was under construction.
Oh, okay. So you didn't actually put up the sign yet?
No, the building just got finished.
Okay, I thought the sign was already up.
There is a brick
Thought-
sign, there is a brick,
There is a
the
sign
brick
there.
wall backing, you're correct.
Okay.
That will have the letters put on it. So yes, you are correct. It is, the
Okay.
location is there.
Okay.
So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions, as well as I do know that we have the owner here as well. One important thing we wanted to point out, as I made clear to the applicant too, is because this development was specifically approved under our special accommodations, and that was specifically approved that it'd be a memory care facility, we want to make sure that there was a reference. The terminology on the sign refers to memory care, to make it, to identify the fact that it's for memory care. So with that, if there's any questions about the name change, but the request is Hampton Manor and Bloomfield Hills.
Do you want to come on up and introduce yourself and add anything else?
Good afternoon. My name is Rashmi Prasad. I'm one of the owners. I have nothing else to add, except this is the name we would like to have.
That's wonderful service, too. Anybody have any questions, any comments? Can I look for a motion?
I'll move to approve as
Do you have a
presented.
question?
Oh,
Sorry, he looked like he was thinking.
Just, I move to approve as presented.
And to make sure that the landscaping is in.
Absolutely.
Great, so motion by Clerk Brooke,
I'll support.
support by Treasurer Shostak, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That does pass. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very
Welcome.
much.
And next, we have recent DRB approvals. Is there anything to discuss?
I don't have anything additional.
All right, so our next meeting date is Wednesday, March 20th. With that, I look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Clerk Brooke,
Support.
support by Treasurer Shostak. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.